Hi everybody, I'm Dee.
And I'm Jay, and we are ParoDeeJay. And today we are answering the age-old question, what do we like to eat on Carnival ships?
We get that question a lot.
We do, and we eat a lot. I'm just kidding. We've eaten a lot of things on Carnival ships,
I think we've tried to try almost everything in the amount of cruises that we've done.
I feel like we've eaten, I made it a personal mission over the years to try everything on the dinner menus, like, I mean, tofu, all the vegetarian stuff.
Very adventurous.
Very thorough. But anyway, we've broken it down by category. We may have multiple answers for each category. We might match on some answers. Who knows?
Just to kind of give you guys an idea of what you might want to try. Now, remember, these are personal preferences.
That's right.
We're not saying it's the best thing ever. We just like these items.
That's true. So let's go ahead and start. I've got my notes on my phone. You're old school with paper today. Wow. All right. So I started with breakfast. Let's see. Did I do separate breakfast and brunch? Kinda. Let's start with breakfast.
All right. So my favorite item for like just a regular breakfast, you're running to get off the ship. You know, you need something quick that's hearty. Breakfast burrito.
That's it. Breakfast
Blue
burrito.
Iguana Cantina.
Correct.
Because they're so customizable. So, you know, that's the category, but you can make it however you want, which is really, really good.
Did we get points if we matched?
Check.
No. But one thing that's interesting too is that apparently, at least on the Carnival Sunrise, as of the recording of this, Guys is doing breakfast burgers. We have not had a chance to try those yet, so
I know that I would be fond of that.
I would. I really want to try some breakfast burgers, but actually,
sounds heavy.
So I matched you on breakfast. One of the other things that I really don't partake of that much, but wanted to point out as a favorite for breakfast is that they do have omelet stations up on the Lido deck where you can have omelets crafted to however you want them.
They're good.
So always good. I rarely eat there because there's a line, and I'm usually like grab and go, grab and go.
Get it, yeah.
I know. But moving to brunch, speaking of breakfast burgers, my favorite thing on the brunch menu, the sea day brunch anyway, is the Voyage burger. It's the burger. It's got the egg. It's got tomato jam. It's got frizzly wizzly onions. It is
Yes.
That's all I can say about it.
It is good. I've bit it a few times. I can't eat a whole one, but it's really good.
It's good. It's messy.
I chose two things on the new brunch menu. I chose the chia seed pudding. So good. If you like a coconut kind of pudding taste with some it's bananas and strawberries. Oh,
it's
so good.
B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
That paired with the frittata. And the frittata is like cream cheese and ham, and I think there's chives, and there's like potatoes at the bottom and eggs. Oh, if they prepare it properly, it's delicious.
That is good. I've had that too. I didn't pick anything specifically for Port Day breakfast. So you go ahead and lead off Port Day breakfast.
Okay, so I chose the fruit and yogurt parfait.
Always good.
Because you can you only can get that on the
Port Day, I believe.
I don't know if you can get that with brunch or not. Anyway, and the avocado toast.
Yep, avocado
That's a good combo, especially if you're trying to be a little more health conscious. I don't know that it's super healthy for you, but it seems like it should be. So it's really good.
Yeah, avocado toast would have been my pick from that menu had I remembered to pick it. So that clears all of my morning meals.
Me too.
So I guess let's move to lunch. One of my favorite lunch options happens to be a buffet. It doesn't exist anymore. And I have to touch on it anyway.
So sad.
Well, it does exist, but the Dream, the Magic, and the Breeze used to have the Tandoor Indian buffet in the back. They have since removed them and replaced them with the Seafood Shack, which is a pay option. The only ship that still has a Tandoor, I believe, is the Splendor as of the recording of this video. They revamped it. They actually left the Tandoor, made it a little nicer.
But it's in Australia.
Anyway, so that I had to at least touch on that. So now talk to me about lunch.
I have two options. They're both very customizable because I think that's why I like them, is because it's not the same every day. True. So I chose the Mongolian wok for ships that have it. It is a long line typically, and I think it's worth the wait, or just go early and be one of the first ones. But you know, you can pick whatever meat they have that day. There's usually 3 choices, all your veggies, noodles, and some sauce, and it's really good. Always very hot.
Yeah, in that same vein, I wanted to point out, obviously, if they don't have a Mongolian wok, but they have a Gigi's, you can go to Gigi's and have lunch. It's Mongolian wok style. Sit down, fill out the paper, and they bring it to you. So that's also good and free.
Less stress, yes. Yeah. My other option was the salad bar.
There you
because I love salad, and you know, it's a salad bar. You have all your toppings and dressings, and it's very customizable. Yummy, yummy.
Yeah. I didn't actually put it on my list, but Pasta Bella, which is the lunch option at Cucina di Capitano, is good. But the other one that I like, we're moving into the pay option range. We're going into pay options. It's bonsai sushi.
Oh, it's so good.
Bonsai sushi is an excellent little lunch. You get that ship for two, the boat for two. Sushi, it's just good.
It's very good.
Love bonsai.
Yeah. They do a good job.
I actually made a separate category called lunch dessert. Did you touch on lunch dessert?
I guess
See how thorough I'm being?
I did this one.
What's that? Oh no, we'll get to that in a second.
If I had to pick lunch dessert, I would just go chocolate chip cookies.
Okay. I did the confetti cheesecake.
Oh, that is good.
Which is usually it's Embarkation Day. We know they have it. So it's not every day, but we've seen it on Embarkation Day. Sometimes it makes a surprise return mid-cruise.
It's good.
Confetti cheesecake. And then also if you're on the Vista or Horizon or possibly the Panorama, the gelato at lunch. A lot of people don't know about it. It's free. It's hand-spun, hand-scooped gelato that you'll find in between two of the buffet lines. Look for it. Flavors change every day. It's good.
And they have a toppings bar.
Toppings
So even if you
bar.
don't want the gelato and you just want regular ice cream,
That's true.
go put toppings
Take
on
your
it.
soft serve in there and top it up.
Smart.
Nice. Now that is good that you have the next thing because I forgot to talk about it. So you carry on with your next thing.
So I did add a separate category. I added tea time because
Yes.
on Carnival Cruises, every sea day around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, there is tea time and it is completely free. A lot of people don't know about it, don't go to it
because it's not in the schedule.
Fancy.
It shows up under food and drink,
Yeah.
not daily activities.
But I have found my favorite thing at tea time to be the scones with cream.
Yeah.
I've had some hit or miss options on that, but
Yeah.
mostly they're really good.
True. And I always go for the lemon cake. We've
good
had
too.
some miss on the lemon cake, but we've had a lot of delicious lemon cakes.
Just give it a try. You don't have to eat the whole thing if you don't
But
like
I mean,
it.
they've got like strawberries and they've got all sorts of cakes and you know, it's just you feel fancy, but you don't have to be fancy.
And you don't have to buy
dress
the
up.
tea. There's 2 free
Correct.
options, and then there's several pay options for like $2 a bag, and they're like the fancy tea. So it's really cool. You can do either one.
Yeah, but you can normally get regular tea, decaf tea, or green tea for free.
3 options.
So we like the free options. Then we will move on to dinner.
Yeah.
Looks like I went through and we did different categories. So starting off the favorite appetizers in the dining room at dinner.
I chose 2 Greek salad. The feta cheese on Carnival. I don't know what they do to it, but it's amazing.
Sea salt. It's the salt air.
It's so good.
They keep the goats out there.
And spring rolls.
Sheep and goats.
And the funny thing is, they're on the menu together. So my 2 favorite appetizers are always
you
the
get them
same night.
together.
So.
Nice. Now I picked 4.
Appetizers are good. You can make a whole meal out of them.
I went with baked onion soup just because I love a good French onion soup. I mean, it's good. It's standard. The pork and kale tarts, those are always a favorite of mine. They're on, first formal night, I think, on like a 7-day cruise or something like that. Little tarts with some kind of like a little eggy custard, blackened pork, a little hunk of kale on it. They're really good.
They are good.
They look fancy too. They make me feel sophisticated. The Vietnamese rolls with the peanut sauce. Those are the soft shelled like rice paper Vietnamese rolls. Love them. And you know what? Simplicity sometimes. I went with meatballs. I don't see them that often.
Good.
On Journeys Cruises, they will offer, I think they're called just meatballs on the menu. 2 like little meatballs. They're really good meatballs.
Yeah. I have to throw in for simplicity for myself, shrimp cocktail. It's on the menu every night, but it's so good on Carnival.
That's true.
The cocktail sauce is really good.
Moving on to entrees in the main dining room.
What did I put? Okay.
You want me to go first? I'll
Yeah.
go first. One of mine is actually, it's hard to find these days. It was the duo of filet mignon and braised short rib. A lot of sailings recently, they will have just the braised short rib or just the filet mignon. And if they have that, I will order it. I think it's usually a second formal night thing.
Yeah.
But they used to serve both of them on the same plate, and it was delicious. It was like beef on beef, meat, and you felt really sturdy if you ate all that red meat. But anyway, the braised short rib, filet mignon. I also had, I put down the teriyaki salmon. I might, if you have that on your list, I might steal your thunder because I originally discovered the teriyaki salmon.
He did.
I told you how good it was.
It's
You
good.
never wanted to try it. You finally did, and now it's yours.
Oh,
It belongs
it's so
to you.
good.
Holy moly. And then I went with the Indian vegetarian. Every night there is the Indian vegetarian option, which comes on 2 plates. It's like a bunch of little curry things on 1 plate. You get rice, you get toppings, and it changes every night. And it's always a fun option.
I chose fish because I am a fish eater.
All fish.
If I can get fish on the cruise ship, that's probably what I'm going to order. So my favorite is actually on the second formal night. The seared striped bass. I think it is the first formal night. Which means you have to give up lobster to eat it, or just order lobster with it. But it's seared striped bass, and it comes with lemon, savoy cabbage, and sourdough potatoes. It is so good. We actually had it in a tasting with our friends, and they'd never had it. They tasted it, and they were like, I'm going to order that from now on. It was so good.
It is good.
So it's that, and then teriyaki salmon, which oddly enough is on, I think, the other formal night.
I think you're right. More formal night.
So, yeah, those are my favorites.
I also wanted to, it's funny, I put down one that I wanted to make sure that you mentioned because I know you like it, is the chicken Milanese.
Oh, it's so good.
That usually makes with the top of your list. It's like the fried chicken
it's different. You have to like olives.
It's very Greek presentation or something. Well, Milanese, I guess it's Italian, but it has olives and stuff. Moving on to dessert, of course. Everybody's favorite in the main dining room. What do you have on your dessert menu?
For my regular dessert that you should be able to get on most cruises, I think, as long as they're 7 days maybe. It's actually on the diet menu. It's the double roasted pineapple. Very simplistic. It's just roasted pineapple and a cream, and then they make like homemade graham crackers. It's not too big, not too small, not too sweet, and I think they're stewed in wine. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, white wine.
Yeah.
Is that it?
No.
Is that all you have?
And then I did like an honorary one, which only appears now on Journey's cruises. It used to be on the menu all the time when we first started cruising, but it is the cappuccino pie, which is ice cream cappuccino pie.
Ice cream pie. Yeah, it's ice cream cappuccino. It's coffee flavored ice cream pie.
There you go. He's gonna tell you what it is.
And it is really good. But yeah, it only seems to show up on the longer Journeys cruises now. Mine, I have 3. One of them's cappuccino pie, so that doesn't count. I went, of course, with the Bitter and Blanc, which is the bread pudding. It's a white chocolate bread pudding. There's usually a little regular milk chocolate or dark chocolate down in the bottom. It comes with like a vanilla sauce. It's just good.
When it's good,
warm,
it's good.
It's cozy, it's comforting, it's bread pudding. How can you go wrong? Bread for dessert. And my other one is the banana split. Every night of the cruise, there is a kids menu, and adults can order off the kids menu. You can get chicken nuggets, you can get brownies,
pizza,
you can get banana splits, and get the banana split. It's small, so if you had a big meal and you don't want a lot of dessert, get a little banana split.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Perfect size.
And the waiters just, they chuckle at you a little bit, but they know it's good stuff. That's the bottom of my list.
Yeah.
I don't have any other food to talk about. I didn't really talk about like dinner buffet food or lunch buffet food because it changes all the time.
It's a lot of similarities what is in the dining room.
Yeah, it's just some, you go up, it's either Italian food, French food, and just grab stuff that looks good. But
I think we left off a few of people's favorites, probably like the melting cake and stuff like that.
No, come on now.
Comment below what your favorite is, because we'd be curious to see how it all.
That's right. I'm not a melting cake hater. It's good.
It's good.
I will get it, especially with peanut butter. But there's usually always something else on the menu that I like a little better than melting cake.
It's very rich.
But you know what? It's good. Yeah. What? Comment below. What are your favorites that we left off the list? But these are our personal favorites based on our personal taste buds.
Near and dear to our hearts.
That's right.
And our stomachs.
But I guess that is it for this video. So now you know. Next time you ask, what do you guys like to eat on Carnival?
Now we're going to refer you to the video.
Nailed it. We'll be like, go give us some watch time. No, I'm kidding. But anyway, hopefully you did enjoy. If you haven't already, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Become a Paromaniac today. Socialize all our media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Yep. And until next time,
rock on and eat on and on and on.
Do it.